have been tough to come by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
So here's Portland's starting group. We've got Anthony Simons, Denny Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe, and it's Kamare in at the 3. Now here's Barnes. Off the mark there with a 3. Outside Sharpe. Pass to Simons. Beyond the arc. Pirtle grabs a miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Abaji, the pass to Quickly. A deep 3 from beyond the arc, and then some.
A major deep ball threat. Quickly has never seen a shot he didn't like.
Ayton with it. Now Quickly defending. There's Simons with a 3. Buries it from 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
It's Sharpe with the drive. Pass to Simons. Takes the 3. Rebound Toronto. Launches it from deep. Simons with a rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Kamare. Portland again missing. Toronto's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Pirtle with the ball. Picked by Pirtle. Here's Abaji. The 3-pointer off the mark. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Simons against Quickly. Simons passes to Avdia. The 3-ball. And it's Simons missing. The Raptors have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. The 3 from Barnes. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. From behind the arc. Again, the miss by Portland. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. He drops it from range.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
And that one's good. Sharpe.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Blazers trail by 3. Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, it felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett on the trade. And slowly and surely, they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again. Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Here's Abaji. Clock at 4. It's Quickly with a drive. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Off the outside. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharpe with tremendous upside to his game.
It's Barnes on the wing. Defended by Avdia, and it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Grant comes in for Avdia. Thibault, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. Now here's Barrett. Here's Walter. Kicks it out to Barrett. Gets the three to fall.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Toronto out in front. They're up by 5. And we'll be back shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
I love the passing that they've displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Henderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. Blazers trail by 5. And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara? He'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Pass to Henderson. On the take. Thybulle with it. Here's Kamare. Still without a bucket. And here's Grant from the arc. And it's Boucher with the rebound. On the break. Thybulle with a steal. Shoots a fadeaway. Here's Henderson. He shoots again. Outside Thybulle. Puts up a 3. Nails it from 3. And it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Walter from outside. And the Raptors miss again. For Portland, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. And stolen by Barrett. And there's the lob. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Outside Thybulle. Tries the spin move. Offensive rebound. Six on the shot clock. And here's Grant from the arc. Rebound Toronto. Pass to Shed. Here's Walter. 4-3. Drains the triple. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Here's Shed. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Shed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Shed. Kicks it out to Barrett. Oh, it's stolen. Right side Thybulle. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Portland.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And here's Grant from the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And the corner pocket was open, and Grant took advantage.
Pass to Barrett. Can they get it? And he hits the jump shot. Barrett's got 5 now. Portland leading by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Thibault. Back to Henderson. And here's Thibault. Clock at 6. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Barnes, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession. Here's Benton. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Trailblazers up 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Matisse Thybulle with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he plays such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel quickly. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Mobo in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Here's Mobo. Kicks it to Quickly. 6 to shoot. And the Raptors, another 3.
Sweet shooting touch from the confident guard. Quickly's role is to score as often as possible.
And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Here's Abaji. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Avdia from outside. That one no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Poeltl. Outside for Ingram. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Quickly with a screen on Sharp. Ingram finds Quickly. Over to the left wing. The Raptors need to get off a shot. They get it back to the left wing. Here's Abaji. Pass to Ingram. Quickly outside. Outside Ingram. No good with the triple. Portland leading. Outside Sharp. Simons outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, BA, can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
And that'll be Toronto's ball as it goes out of bounds. Raptors able to keep possession. Portland making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Pass to Ingram. To the paint. Here's Abaji. And again, Toronto no good. Portland leading by 3. Avdia outside. It's Sharp on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass. Sharp's gotten his second bucket.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
The 3 from Quickly. Great D that time from Simons. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Ingram against Sharp. Fires from deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 7 tonight. On the wing, Simons. He has 7. Outside Sharp. Jacks up a 3. Lets a 3 fly. And it's Simons missing.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
There's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Walker comes in for Avdia. Thibault, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Ben in for Simons. Outside Barrett. Back to Dick. To the right side. Pass to Mobo. Here's Castleton. Mobo. Kicks it out to Barrett. Quickly passes to Barrett. To end the drought. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, RJ was going to score either through you or over you. It's a nice finish there.
Toronto making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. The free throw drops for Barrett. The Trailblazers shooting 34% thus far in this game. Oh, got that one up quick. Banton's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. On the wing, Grady Dick. Thibault against Quickly. Dick, the pass to Quickly. Back to Dick. This one for 3. On target from range.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Here's Benton. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Pass to Dick for the lead. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Toronto out in front. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Jeremy Grant. Klingon out there with Robert Williams. Then it's Henderson, and it's Rupert in at the 2 spot. Got a piece of it. Grant, left side. And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession. Banton, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Grant. They grab their own miss. Outside for Henderson. And a miss there on the triple. The Raptors with the lead. And he lobs it up to the rim. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Gets a hand on it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Klingen's got his first 2 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Battle. Shot clock at 5. Barrett into the lane. Banton pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. And here's Grant from the arc. Gets rebounded by Dick. And for the Raptors, they're shooting just 37% in the game. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Williams from long range. He can't get it to go.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Battle. From downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Battle's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Outside Dick. Here's the 3. Portland with a rebound. Henderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Banton. Portland again missing.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
Blazers trail by 5. Here's Grant. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. So both teams changing it up here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Stolen by Sharp. Now the Blazers on the move. Ayton, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Avdia from outside. Connects from downtown.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
Here's Ingram. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Blazers trail by 7.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Toronto the rebound. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Grant from the arc. Bertle grabs a miss. Here's Abaji. A quick shot there. It's off target. And so here's Portland. Now the Blazers on the move. Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
And Simon's saying, bring it on. I got this and more.
Pass to Ingram. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And again, Toronto, no good. On the wing, Simons. Guarded by Dick. Sharp has the open look. Rebound, Toronto. Outside Barnes. Launches a 3. Off the mark. So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. This one was in the balance right until the
are hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. And it's Collier in at the point guard. 3 on the clock. Pulls up. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Kessler screen on Ingram. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Quickly looking it over. Here's Abaji. Traps in the tray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Now here's Ingram. And it's off from three-point range. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Darko Rajakovic had a few moments to share with me before. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sexton. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Kessler setting the pick for Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collins. Here's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
A three from Quickly. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. Pass to Kessler. 5 to shoot. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Ingram's got 5.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Utah trailing here after bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy. Expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a pick and roll guy, and he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas.
Out to Ingram. Ingram drawing the double team. Raptors moving the ball around. Back to Barnes. Ingram against Kessler. And it's Ingram missing. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside, Markkanen. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Collier, takes it inside, and here's Collins from outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Over to the left wing. Markkanen inside the line. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And there's no question, Markkanen has a pure stroke, terrific on the catch and shoot.
Barnes bounce pass, and here's Ingram from the arc. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Collier to the left wing. Kessler against Pirtle. Markkanen from outside. The shot missing. Up in time. It doesn't go for him. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for Toronto. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
R.J. Barrett is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Walter. And it's Mobo in at the 5. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, Coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell. And they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Here's Ingram following the three-pointer by Utah. 4 on the clock. Count that one. Ingram's got 10. Here's Juzang. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Dick's checked in for the Raptors. And Utah with a change here, too. Hendricks is checked in. Raptors with the lead. Pass to Dick. Lets it go. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Utah has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Williams. Here's Juzang. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. Here's Juzang. Here's Hendricks. Pass to Filipowski. Shot clock at 5. Juzang. And Utah, another 3. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Good on the triple. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Hendricks can't get it to go. Toronto leading by 4. Lob pass to Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
Have to be aware of Barrett. He's solid at recognizing when it's time to go for the alley-oop.
Outside Williams. Pass to Hendricks. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Shed, and there's the call. It'll go on Cody Williams. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of the game. Barrett with this screen on Sexton. Here's Dick. Out to Barrett. Here's Mobo. Trains the three-pointer. Mobo's got the lead up to 6 now for Toronto.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Battle. In the corner, Barrett with it. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, the numbers show it. R.J. Barrett much more comfortable shooting from the corner.
Outside, Sexton. Collins setting the pick for Sexton to the right side. Here's Hendricks. Barrett covering. Shot's good by Clarkson.
As a shooter, Clarkson can be so efficient. He gets the ball and goes right into his shot.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Battle. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Hendricks. Barrett covering from past the arc. And it's Collier missing. There's the pick. Here's Dick. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Toronto with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Collier out there with Sexton. Then it's Martin. Then it's John Collins. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Now here's Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Quickly for 3. Cans it from downtown. Quickly's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Raptors. Here's Martin. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Outside Collins. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. The open look here for Sexton. Tries again. Martin with the bucket.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Birtle, the pass to Barnes. Ingram left side. On the wing quickly. Pass to Abaji. Over Sexton. Abaji can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 7. And here's Sexton. Collins a screen on Pirtle. The offensive rebound. Outside for Sexton. Out to the right wing. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Gets a very good look and converts.
And it's pretty evident that Sexton has a solid jumper. Just needs to keep taking and making it from there.
Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebound.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Williams, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Collier. Here's George. Outside Martin. Launches a 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Bertles got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A 3 from Quickly. Utah with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
George finds Sexton. Sexton can't get that one to drop. Toronto leading by 5. Bertle, the pass to Barrett. On the wing quickly. Trying to end the drought. Rebound by Williams.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Outside Martin. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Sexton for 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And the Jazz making a change here. Kessler's checked in. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Boucher with a screen on Martin. Pass to Quickly. Shot clock at 6. Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Mobo. And the Raptors miss again. Jazz trail by 5. Sexton with a screen on Quickly. George finds Sexton. Takes the 3. It's good from long range. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Here's Mobo. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Dick. So Emmanuel Quickly out there. Boucher out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Mobo in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now, here's Quickly. Out to Barrett. Raptors moving the ball around. Boucher sets a screen for Dick. Nailed from three-point land. Dick's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Toronto. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And the Raptors making a change here. Ingram's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Markkanen's checked in. Here's George. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. There's the 3. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Markkanen.
And early on, Markkanen has demonstrated how efficient he is from that range. Have to run him off the line.
Quickly against George. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's the fast break. Dick leading the way. Markkanen against Ingram. Pass to Dick. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Dick's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Raptors. Now, here's Sexton. T right on him. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Quickly. Raptors leading by 7. For three, Barrett. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Moves like that will help Barrett become a more well-rounded threat. Nice ball control.
Sexton for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Dick. Barrett with this screen on George. Quickly finds Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Quickly. Rebound, Utah. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. And George drops them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Toronto leading by 5. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. Barnes up top. Here he goes. Back to Quickly. To the left side wing. Fires for 3. And Juzang pulls it down.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Here's Juzang. Outside for George. Pass to Juzang. That 3 off the mark. The Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th of 9. And that one's good, Abaji.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Oh, a risky pass there. And if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Dick comes in for Scotty Barnes. And Utah also making a switch. Collier, he's checked in for Keontae George.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Boucher kicks to Quickly. Boucher sets a screen for Quickly. Pass to Dick. Back to Quickly. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Hendricks. Kessler with it. And he converts the layup. 27 seconds left to play here in the 4th. The 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
For 3, Ingram. The rebound by Collier. Ingram with the steal. Fires from way outside. It's off. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making.
to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Here are the starters for Utah. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's Collier in at the 1. Markkanen misses. Here's Kamari. He's guarded by Markkanen. Sharp has the open look. Sexton grabs the board.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
How about the big-time range of Markkanen? That wasn't toes to the three-point line. That one had some distance on it.
Back to Simons. Pass to Kamari. Takes a 3. Utah grabs the miss. Outside Sexton. Kessler, a screen on Sharp. Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. No good on the shot. For Portland, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
It's Sharp with the drive. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Collins outside. Avdia with a steal. Throws it up high. Kamari, that's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this. And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Pass to Sharp. Avdia outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Collier. Jazz trail by 4. The 3 from Sexton. And it's Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Sharp. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Offensive board. Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Avdia can't get it to go. Utah has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. It's Markkanen on the wing. The 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Simons with a 3. Rebound, Utah.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The 3 from Ayton. Hits a 3-pointer. Ayton's got 5.
And how about the touch? DeAndre Ayton is a very capable jump shooter.
Markkanen outside. Here's Collins. Gets it to go from the corner.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Simons outside for 3. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5. Looking shaky out there. The 3 from Sexton. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere. Strong from beyond the arc.
Oh, from deep. And there's Ayton on the assist by Simons. Give him 8 points now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Kicks it out to Markkinen. Pass to Kessler. Back to Markkinen. Kessler, a screen. No one near him. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The baskets were coming early and often. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Lauri Markkinen out there with Filipowski. Then there's Keontae George. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sensabaugh in at the three. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkinen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to dirt. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
The three is up. Patton can't get it to go. Utah's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Filipowski for 3 after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
For 3, Clingan. Rebound, Utah. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Shot to stop the run. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And some changes here for Portland. Williams is checked in for Walker. Thibault comes in for Rupert. And it's Henderson in for Banton. And Utah with a change here, too. Potter's checked in. The Jazz again can't hit. And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Boom! He jams it straight down.
When Jeremy Grant is dishing out an assist, that is a great sign for this team.
Pass to Potter. Fires the 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Portland leading. Henderson right side. Here's Clingan. Grant outside. From the arc. The rebound by Potter. Utah has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkinen.
Here's Simons. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Avdia. Shoots over Collins. Avdia can't get it to go. The Jazz have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The 3 from Ayton. Again, the miss by Portland. Utah leading. For 3, Sexton. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds now in the game. 3-pointer sharp. Utah grabs the miss. It's tipped. Simons with a steal. Here's Grant. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
Pass to Collier. Sexton a screen on Simons. Back to Collins. For 3, Sexton sends it home from 3-point land. Sexton's got 6.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Jazz leading by 3. Three-pointer. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Fires for 3. And it's Simons missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Kessler passes to Clarkson. From outside the arc. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 7 tonight. For the finish. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing what is to his strength, which is get out in transition, give yourself an easy opportunity.
Collins with a screen on Sharp. The 3 from Sexton. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 8 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer. Collins with the rebound. Here's Collier. Here's Sexton. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And the first half now in the books. It's the Jazz. They lead by 6. And we'll step away briefly. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
We've got Anthony Simons, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Shaedon Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
There's Simons with a 3. Knocks down the triple. Simons got 6.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Kessler up top. Pass to Sexton. Kessler, a screen on Simons. Sexton, that's good.
How about the response from Colin Sexton with some range?
Out to Simons. Here's Kamare. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Now here's Simons. Down low. Pass to Avdia. The 3. 4 on the clock. Out to Simons. The 3 is up. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. Sharp against Sexton. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. There's the block.
And this is crucial for Markkanen's overall development, that he ups his defense and looks to block some shots.
Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to Collins. The 3 from Sexton. That doesn't go either for Sexton. Blazers trail by 6. Here's Avdia into the lane. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Here's Kessler. And another miss by Utah.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Avdia finds Sharp. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
No coverage that time. Sharp's got 7 points in the game.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Here's Collier going inside. Simons, left side. Stolen by Sharp. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Pass to Kessler. Launches it. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Simons with it. Picked up by Sexton. There's a minute 12 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Avdia with it. Lets it go from deep. Here's Ayton. Avdia outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Simons. From deep. Drills it from deep. And it's a 4-point Portland lead. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Looking to end the run. Ooh, Markkanen. Confident from long range.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made 3 on one end. He comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Here's Simons. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Kessler. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Klingett, he's checked in for Ayton. Robert Williams comes in for Avdia. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Kamara. And it's Henderson in for Sharp. Kicks it to George. Pass to Potter. Clarkson with a screen on Williams. And there's the drive. Filipowski for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Clarkson. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's the Trail. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Filipowski, George out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Potter in at the power forward position. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Rise and fire away. This is Clarkson's attitude as soon as he catches the rock.
Pass to Thibault. Now Williams. Oh, got a piece of it. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
George outside. Clarkson outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Grant with it, and Clarkson picks him up defensively.
Look at Grant go. I mean, he picks the pocket and it just takes off.
Jazz trail by 5. George left side. This one for 3. Sinks the tray.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And there's the screen. Pass to Potter to take the lead. Portland with a rebound. Outside, Williams. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Hendricks is checked in for Utah.
Substitution on the court.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Sharp against Clarkson. Simons outside. 6 to shoot. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Growing his passing game. Sharp nose, being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Pass to Hendricks, all alone, and he nails that one right through the heart.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Avdia can't get it to go. Jose, he's checked in for George.
Personal foul. First team foul. Coming out of the floor for the Jazz.
Utah trailing here. Here's Jose. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Jose. The floater. Here's Filipowski to take the lead. Jose, that's good. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Here's Jose. He's covered by Simons. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The pull-up. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Ayton. And it's a 3-point Portland lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Portland.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Williams is checked in for Utah. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Jose. Williams, a screen on Ayton. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Simons. Hendricks, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And here's Simons. It's Sharp on the wing. Simons outside. The baseline J. The rebound by Filipowski.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And Williams punches it home.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Simons outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
Third team.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
Timeout called, the Jazz. They're losing by 5. All right, guys, what's your take?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
8 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. For 3, Sexton. It doesn't go for him. And so Portland takes the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
matchup. Both these teams feature some very athletic players.
Well, if we get out in transition, Kevin, there's definitely some top 10 moments that are going to come up. A bunch of high flyers on both of these rosters, and we expect to see a lot of airtime from these players tonight.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the 3 slot. Sharp, that's good.
And one of Sharp's signature moves, the tight handles allow him to create space with ease.
Out to Ingram. Pass to quickly. Back to Ingram. Here's Abaji. 5 to shoot. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And it's Portland with the rebound.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
You know, whether he's coming off the bench, Brent starting, Emmanuel quickly can score.
IQ is something else. I mean, he finished second in the 6th Man of the Year voting in one season. He's capable of putting up 30 as a starter or as a reserve, but it's a unique perspective to sit on that bench, watch the flow of the game, and come in and be impactful. IQ does that. Like how selfless quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Portland no good that time either. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Ingram. Over Sharp. And it's Ingram missing. Portland is gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Avdia. Drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 2. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Trailblazers keep it alive. No good on the triple. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. For 3, Ingram. And it's Portland with the rebound. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's Walter. Toronto working the ball around now. A 3 from Quickly. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Quickly's got 5 now.
Yeah, we all raise our eyebrows to the scoring, but Brandon Ingram is an assist getter.
Sharp on the wing. Grant gets a wide open look, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Ayton. Nothing on the board. Lets the 3 fly. Unable to get that one. Raptors leading by 3. Pirtle kicks to Quickly. 1:03 left in the first quarter. From deep. Rebounded by DeAndre.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So both teams making some changes here. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pirtle inside. Ingram outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game.
They're getting more and more consistent, which means more dangerous as Brandon Ingram knocks down 3.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Pass to Abaji. Dick with it. Ingram wide open. And the 3 off target. Avdia kicks to Anderson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Quickly the pass to Dick. Here's Abaji. It's Dick on the wing. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Toronto with us. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Then it's Walter. And it's Mobo in at the 5 spot. Here's Walter. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Shed. Henderson defending. Lock at 6. For the 3. Here's Mobo. It's hauled in by Thibault. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Henderson banked in off the glass.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Pass to Barnes. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Barnes has got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Raptors also with a sub. Dick's checked in for Walter. Now here's Henderson. Grant outside. Back to Henderson. Pass to Thibault. Williams for 3. Kept alive. Grant with the ball. Puts up a 3. And stolen by Barnes. One-on-one here. Barrett wide open. He fires. And again, Toronto with the triple.
A really good focus from RJ there. I think that improves his percentages.
We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can defend, and he can really pass. Brent, he seems like the ideal wing.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. You don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities. But the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
And here are the Raptors now, following the miss by Jeremy Grant. Beyond the arc, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Grant for 3. Connects from three-point range. Grant's got 6 points.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Toronto?
Trailblazers shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. For 3, Henderson. It's hauled in by the Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Dick. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Fires the 3. And Matisse Thybulle gets the three. Thybulle's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The three from Barnes. And Klingon pulls it down.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those. And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Pass to Thybulle for three. Kicks it out to Grant. Now Thybulle off target with his three. 36 seconds left here in the second. Barrett against Henderson. Left side, Barrett. Pass to Shed. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Raptors also with a sub. Lawson's checked in. Barnes outside. Lawson surveying the D. Here's Dick. And that one released in time, but no good. And so we conclude the first half. Toronto ahead. They lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
28. Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice performance by Emmanuel Quickly.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Simons. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Kamare. Back to Sharp. Portland moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Shot missing. Raptors leading by 9. A 3 from Quickly, and the 3 ball is good. Quickly's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Raptors. Quickly against Simons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. 3-pointer, Simons. A rebound by Battle.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Simons against Ingram. Pass to Kamare. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Portland shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he nails the 3rd. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that. Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Anthony Simon. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors.
2 minutes.
For three, Henderson. No good on the shot.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up. Offensive rebound, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers making a switch here. Banton's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Grant, that's good.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Here's Battle. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Out to Ingram. Launches it. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And right now, people wanting to tune in as Brandon Ingram is putting on a show.
Three-pointer. Avdia can't hit. Toronto leading by 6. A three ball. The rebound by Grant. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Scooped up. Pass to Ayton. No good on the three. The Raptors have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Releases. Shot clock at 6. Here's Battle. His three-pointer's off the mark. Here's Banton. It's hauled in by the Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And we've reached the end of the third. Raptors lead by 6. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Trailblazers trail by 6 on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Barrett. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Battle in at the 4. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Toronto?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
No good from Grant.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Out to Ingram. Grant against Barrett. Jacks up a 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Hits it from three-point range.
He might not have the long range ability, of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Barrett inside the three-point line. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
R.J. Barrett on a roll right now. Let's see if he continues to score or starts to set some guys up.
Pass to Klingon. Grant with the ball. Misses the three. It's Barrett on the wing. He's covered by Grant. Barrett, no good. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 11. They get it back. Here's Klingon. Three-pointer. 4 on the shot clock. Grant for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Boucher's got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3, Barrett. Rebound by Williams. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Here's Klingon. Doesn't go that time. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. And Barrett gets it to go.
And Barrett's teammates love it when he looks to shoot from the corner. They know how dangerous he can be from deep.
Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Boucher with the steal. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. That miss puts him at 53% shooting tonight. 8 for 15. Grant for 3. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. For 3, Henderson. And another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And sometimes the best option is to foul Klingon and take your chances sending him to the line.
Good on the second free throw.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Toronto leading by 13. A 3 from Quickly. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Raptors.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for R.J. Barrett.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Quickly the pass to Abaji. Quickly looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside. And now Portland on the break. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
Ingram finds Quickly. From outside the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
This one for 3. And Ingram launches it from deep. Can't get it to fall. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's Quickly. Shoots over Collier. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Sexton. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Barnes with the rebound. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Pirtle. Three-pointer. Barnes, no good. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Williams into the lane. For 3, Collier. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Now here's Sexton. Kessler a screen. Here's the 3, and that one's good. Collins Sexton for 3.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere, strong from beyond the arc.
Pirtle with a screen on Williams. They get it back, out to the right wing. And here's Ingram from the arc. He buries it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Collier, guarded by Quickly. Kicks it out to Markkanen. He takes it in. Pass to Sexton from outside the arc. Rebound Toronto.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Abaji. And the Raptors, another 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Markkanen with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Outside Sexton. Here's Kessler. Back to Sexton. And there's a 3-second violation. Filipowski, he's checked in for Williams. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. Toronto has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Now here's Sexton. Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski. Now here's Kessler. Kessler, a screen on Ingram. Markkanen from long range. Sinks it from distance. Markkanen's got 6.
I mean, let me remind you, Markkanen is 7 feet tall. It's incredible how he shoots it so well from deep.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Utah leading by 3. 4-3. Kept alive. Launches it. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
Quickly, passes to Pirtle. 55 seconds left in the first quarter here. Out of bounds, it'll be Utah's ball. Toronto making a switch here. Dick's checked in. Utah with the ball. 6-point game. Clarkson passes to Markkanen. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Lets the 3 fly. Markkanen misses. Raptors trail by 6. Dick with it, guarded now by George. And again, no good by Toronto. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Outside, Williams. Gets it off. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Utah.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got Emmanuel quickly. He's out there with Grady Dick. R.J. Barrett out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Abaji in at the 4 spot. Now here's Williams. No made baskets yet. Here comes Toronto on the push. Boucher outside. Pass to Abaji. Kicks it out to Barrett. There's the 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah leading by 3. Here's Hendricks. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Now George. Clarkson with a screen on Barrett. Back to Clarkson. The kick out to Williams. He shoots a 3. Again, the miss by Williams. Raptors trail by 3. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. That ties the game. Agbaji's got 9 points.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
Here's George. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Back to George. Left side, Williams. Pass to Filipowski. Uses the glass on the layup. Filipowski's got his first points in this one.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. George against Quickly. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Williams with the screen. Clarkson passes to Williams. Driving to the basket. Back to Clarkson. From downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. But, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Emmanuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Here's Filipowski. Pass to Hendricks. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Utah.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Raptors trail by 4. Poked loose. It's stolen by Clarkson. Here's Hendricks. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Boucher's got 4 rebounds in the game. The 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Hendricks. The 3 is up. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Hendricks has got 6.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
The 3 from Quickly. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
They set the pick. Now here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Filipowski. Let's go with a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Dick. And that's not going to go. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Utah ahead, up by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Filipowski out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Juzang in at the 1. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Here's Juzang. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Sexton looking around. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. 3-pointer. And the basket by Agbaji. Agbaji's got 12 points.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game now. Will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Clarkson. Outside for Sexton. Puts up a 3. Pure from 3-point range. Sexton's gotten his second bucket of the game.
A nice little J from Sexton. When he's feeling it, he has a good touch on those shots. And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Sexton. Here's Juzang. Collins a screen from the arc. Juzang, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. For the lead. Offensive rebound. Ingram with the ball. He's covered by Clarkson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Jazz have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's his first foul. Williams is checked in for Utah. And the Raptors making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Kessler. And it's in there. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Barnes passes to Quickly. 1:56 left in the third. Hurdle with a screen on Clarkson. Clarkson against Barrett. That three's off the mark. Utah leading by 4. Here's Collins. Outside, Williams. Here's Jose, guarded by Quickly. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Kessler. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation for the Jazz. Hendricks has checked in for Collins, and Markkanen subbed in for Clarkson. The Raptors making a switch here. Barrett with it, picked up by Markkanen. It's Barrett on the wing. Here's Dick. Knocks it down from distance. Dick's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Markkanen with it. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Quickly. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Pass to Barnes. And here's Quickly. For the lead. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Kessler, a screen on Quickly. Now Williams. To the wing, right side. Here's Kessler. Kicks it out to Markkanen. 5 on the clock. Pass to Hendricks. Over Barnes. Hendricks, no good.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
To the wing on the left. Here's Boucher for 3. Counted from distance. Now it's a 5-point Toronto lead. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Raptors. They lead by 5. And coming up is... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Walter, and it's Mobo in at power forward. Kicks it out to Barrett. Launches a 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Williams. Back to Markkanen from 17. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Mobo. The Raptors need to get off a shot from the high post. Shot is good by Barrett. And the Raptors lead by 7. Utah shooting about 41%. George passes to Markkanen. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Here's Mobo. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Mobo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Williams with it. Now guarded by Barrett. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Sexton. Rebounded by Ingram. The Raptors have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Shot is up. Misses off the right iron. For Utah, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Marketed from long range. And finished off by Kessler.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Markkanen on the wing. Sexton from outside, off the mark. Toronto leading by 6. Quickly with the ball, picked up by Sexton. Quickly passes to Ingram.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Quickly outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Utah. 5 to shoot. Quickly from outside. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. And for the Jazz, they're shooting around 41%. The 3 from Sexton drops in the 3. And now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit. And he did.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Hendricks comes in for Markkanen. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Abaji. Pass to Dick for 3. Barrett, it's good on the putback. Barrett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
Here's Sensabaugh. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
The Raptors have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Outside Dick. 1:05 left in the final quarter. Quickly against Sexton. Back to Dick. Kicks it out to Barrett. There's the triple. And connects from downtown.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Pass to Filipowski. For 3, Collier. Count it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Back to Quickly. Outside Barrett. Kicks it to Quickly. The 3. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Collier. Pass to Hendricks. For the win! Good from downtown! What a shot! Boy, that was close. And the officials are signaling for a review of the last-second buzzer beater. Boy, this game hangs in the balance of this review now. And no, the basket will not count. This game is over.
Oh my, talk about a heartbreaking loss. You just nailed the amazing buzzer beater.
talent. Scary to think, isn't it, how good they might actually be.
Young talent means, Kevin, they have to grow. And the way you grow is playing big-time games against other talented players. So what a great opportunity on both sides against quality competition to see exactly where you're at.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got DeAndre Ayton. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3.
Well, nice job to capitalize right there in an instance where all you got to do is catch and shoot.
Sharpe, the pass to Avdia. Oh, good with the triple. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to Collins. Markkanen a screen on Ayton. It's Collins with the drive. The open look here for Sexton. And the Jazz, another 3.
This guy has got a variety of scoring moves. Colin Sexton keeps the opposition guessing.
Hey, DB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
Utah with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Markkanen can't get it to go. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Kamare. Offline with his 3. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Sexton for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. 3-pointer, Simon buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Markkanen. Another miss by Utah. Sexton against Ayton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Utah, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that 3-point shooting ability.
Here's Sharpe. Bangs home the trifecta. Sharpe's got 5 points so far.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Markkanen passes to Kessler. Markkanen looking it over. Markkanen missing again. Portland trailing here. Here's Sharpe. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Collier, covered by Simons. Markkanen from outside. Second chance shot. Markkanen missing again.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Takes a 3. Avdia gets the bucket.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league. Big time range from Colin Sexton. Test your limits, young sir.
Utah leading. Pass to Markkanen. Fires the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The tray. Portland grabs the miss. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The Jazz shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes.
That's showing a little bit of straight line speed. Markkanen opening up in transition. Nice.
Lets it go from deep. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got 7 rebounds in the game. Markkanen inside the line. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Lauri Markkanen getting it done for the Utah Jazz. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Utah.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Henderson. Clingan is out there with Jabari Walker. Then there's Grant, and it's Rupert in at the shooting guard position. Jazz on D. They lead by 4. Henderson dishes to Grant. And a miss there on the triple. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Now here's Markkanen. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Filipowski. 5 on the clock. Clarkson for 3. Walker with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Markkanen with it. Now Henderson defending. And that one good from Clarkson.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Walker's shot is off. Jazz leading by 4. The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Grant finds Walker. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Outside, Markkanen. They set the pick. Pass to Filipowski. The 3 sinks the triple. Filipowski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 7 points thanks to the hoop from Henderson. Here's Markkanen from the arc. And Clingan pulls it down. Grant for 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Pass to Clingan. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. Markkanen from outside. And Clingan pulls it down.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Rejected by Walker. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Sensabaugh. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And the Jazz lead by 7. Out to Henderson. Shoots the 3. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight. George. Outside, Markkanen. For 3. Walker with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Fires Fires for three. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Markkanen. The good-looking shot from the wing. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, you can see Markkanen's touch right there. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. The guy is a 3-level scorer.
Utah leading by 9. Fires the three. From the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Markkanen's got 17 now.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Out to Henderson. Grant outside. Outside, Walker to end the run. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
Markkanen inside the wall. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Utah, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
They've got Clarkson, and it's Filipowski in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Pass to Juzang. Off target from three-point range. And so Aiton will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 8-point game. Avdia can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Doris says we've watched Avdia. He's a real threat from the perimeter now.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really good at a lot of different things on a basketball floor. I think the consistency from range wasn't there early, and defenders would give him a cushion. That is no longer the case.
The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Potter. Drained for 2 points. Potter's got his first points in this one. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pass to Aiton. Back to Simons. Let's go. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Juzang passes to Potter. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. From beyond the arc, Utah with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Juzang passes to Potter. The three-pointer no good. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Potter, defended by Avdia. Pass to Potter. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The kick out to Simons. From outside, off the mark. Jazz leading by 4. Here's Sensabaugh. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Here's Avdia. And a miss there on the triple. The Jazz shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Here's Potter. shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Simon. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Jazz leading by 9. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Pass to George. Here's Potter. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Trailblazers trail by 9. Feibel for 3. Avdia. And staying with the play, Avdia.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. The Jazz shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Delano Banton's checked in for Henderson.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate. The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Potter's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Kessler. There's a good screen. Here's Potter. He's covered by Grant. Here's Potter. He's got 12. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ayton wide open. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's Utah. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Looking. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the floor for Portland, Scoot Henderson is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Rob Williams. Then there's Klingon, and it's Grant in at the small forward. Back to Henderson. The kick out to Williams. Thybulle for 3. Offensive rebound. Back to Williams. Grant on the wing. Goes back up. A rebound by the Jazz.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Potter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Trailblazers trail by 12. To the inside. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. With the drive, and the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Jazz. So for the Trailblazers, outside Avdia. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Jazz leading by 10. just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Collier. Here's Potter. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Simons, the pass to Sharp. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Sharp's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. Here's Collier, and the layup is good.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Here's Ayton. Off target from three-point range.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Here's Potter. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Avdia kicks to Simons. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Pass to Hendricks. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Utah has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Kessler passes to Potter. Stolen by Avdia. To the paint. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Avdia.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Jazz leading by 6. From outside the arc. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Portland no good that time either. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie Bar the door.
This has reached desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
They get it again. A kick out to Simons. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
That's the line for the Trailblazers.
He makes the second free throw, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Juzang, that 3 off the mark.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
To tie it up. The 3 won't fall.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space.